subsidy removal plan by Buhari. And the writer to that story says, we can't ignore human consequences of such actions. Only CBN board can determine Emefiele's fate. This is actually with regards to an interview that the president had. All right. Meanwhile, also a writer to that story says US UK should blacklist IPOB. US UK should blacklist IPOB. This is coming from an interview that the president had with Bloomberg. Okay, and it was a very, very explosive interview. We will post that particular interview on our social media handle on CitizenFM 93.7. You can go up there and read the entire interview by Mr. President. And a very, very big thank you to Malam Delhatu Yunusa, who actually sent it to me last night. A very big thank you to you for always having my back. In any case, we move on. Still on The Nation this morning, it says, President orders security chiefs to rescue train attack victims now. Hopefully, this will be done ASAP. I can't imagine what the family members of those who were kidnapped are feeling right now. That's March, April, May, and June is almost over. How sad. Ikemi Fayose clash over PDP's loss in Ekiti polls. But member ignorance. Ikemi Fayose clash over PDP's loss in Ekiti poll. The details of that and more you will find in the belly of the nation this morning. And moving on from that, Adegoroye Umana, 5 others tipped as ministers. Sanwo-Olu heads 86-man Osun election council. The details of that and more, the belly of the nation carries that story. And this rather sad one, petrol scarcity worsens, motorist commuters groan. Justice's memo, CGN defends Supreme Court integrity. You would recall yesterday, Lawrence and I deliberated, on the letter. It wasn't an open letter. It was said to have been leaked, okay? But the letter by the justices of the Supreme Court, making a case that some of them do not even have accommodation, even the right type of cars, okay? And Lawrence and I were really worried, but now the CGN has responded saying that he is defending the Supreme Court in its integrity, and we do hope that this will be looked into ASAP. All right, moving on from that, it says, Wike's temperament denied him VP slot, says ex-governor. And if you're on Twitter, you will see the response of the governor of Rivers State to this particular governor. It was really, the video is actually very hilarious. In any case, we move on from that. Lagos condemns illegal excavation of wetlands in Magodo. Lagos condemns illegal excavation of wetlands in Magodo. All right, we move on from The Nation now, and we take a quick look at Premium Times. Of course, you do know that Premium Times are our media partners. Okay, if you go to premiumtimesng.com, you will see Citizen FM's banner there, and you can always click on it and listen to us live anywhere in the world. All right, we are taking a look at Premium Times front page this morning. And the front page of Premium Times has an analysis there, and it says, Ekiti decides 2022 why PDP SDP returned empty-handed. Ekiti decides 2022 while PDP SDP returned empty-handed. If you're interested, you might want to go straight and look at that. Now, if you're a young person in Nigeria, whether you're from Ekiti or not, you should read that story. And here is why. If you understand what happened, then you understand how to get into the political space. When you get into the political space, you can contribute your quota. Enough of saying the politics is dirty. We will continue to have pigs in the mud if the people who are not dirty don't get into it and get involved. Because don't forget, whoever the delegates who are in the party throw up becomes the people that the rest of us, okay, the masses, will have to pick. If you stay away from politics, guess what? The people who shouldn't be there will be there, and they will make the laws for you and I. No matter what party you decide, find out their ideology, join a political party, start a movement. That's the way to change this country. It's up to the citizens. We are Citizen FM. We will continue to tell you, and we hope that you will take some of our advice and admonition. Still on PremiumTimesNG.com. We're taking a look at some of the front page stories on PremiumTimesNG.com. And here it says more headlines. Russia invasion. Nigeria rejects medical dental degrees from Ukraine. Whoa. Okay. Of course, I do know that there are quite a number of medical students in Ukraine, but here is saying, with regards to the Russian invasion, Nigeria now rejects medical and dental degrees from Ukraine. We'll take a quick look at that story, a very, very quick look at that story, and then we will move on to something else. And so that if you want to send your child to Ukraine, you might want to be careful. And so here it says that Nigeria will not accept medical and dental degrees from Ukrainian universities obtained from 2022. The Nigerian Medical and Dental Council, MDCN, has said, well, that is understandable. A country going through war will not have time to train, especially medical students who will have to deal with other human beings. Okay, but I do know that some other countries have opened, I think Romania has opened up their borders, that Ukrainian students can actually cross in and continue their education with them. So if you do have loved ones in Ukraine studying, I don't believe it matters what course now. Okay, I think that one of the things you might want to do is start looking for how to get them into other, European universities, or maybe even bring them back to Nigeria. Don't worry, I didn't say it to public universities in Nigeria. They have been on strike for since February 14. It was a Valentine's Day gift, so to speak, from ASU. Still on the front page of Premium Times this morning, APC loses 3 more senators. The details and more you will find in the belly of PremiumTimesNG.com. Meanwhile, bandits attack intending pilgrims in Sokoto State, which is people claim to be, of a particular faith. Should they be attacking pilgrims? Absolutely not. So it just shows the children of who they are. Their masters is none but Shaitan. Moving on from that, still on PremiumTimesNG.com, here it says Inyobong Umoren, court fixes date for judgment. Oh, you would recall Inyobong Umoren, who a lady went to visit. He asked her to come visit him under the pretext of finding her a job. And he murdered her. Well, allegedly murdered her. I beg your pardon, and please pardon me for that. Allegedly murdered her. But then the case is in court, and they have been at it for quite a while. They have set August 4 to deliver judgment in the Inyobong Umoren's case. The Akwa Ibom job seeker who was allegedly raped and killed by Udrak Akpan, who lured her with a fake job offer. Her body was later exhumed from a shallow grave on the 30th of April 2021, a day after she was killed at Mr. Akpan's family compound in the outskirts of Uyo. The details of that and more you'll find right there in the belly of PremiumTimesNG.com. Unfortunately, Nigeria has a great unemployment challenge, and one of the things that I think that the universities need to pay attention to now is academpreneurship, in entrepreneurship. Everything that has to do with what they learn in school and how helping them to start up something of their own. But the soul of the late Inyobong, rest in peace. Moving on from that, we're taking a look now at the front page of the Punch newspaper, and on the front page of the Punch newspaper, here is what it says. Fuel scarcity worsens. The black market booms at 300 naira per litre. Rider to that story says marketers insist on price increase. Fuel stations adjust pumps, herd products. Motorists lament 100% fare hike. Marketers differ on 1 billion naira payment to NNPC. We can't justify subsidy removal. Western countries subsidizing fuel too. And that is coming from the president, Muhammadu Buhari. And on the front page of the Punch this morning, it shows pictures of coppers being sworn in, and it says NYC swears in coppers and warns against fake news. Okay, misinformation, disinformation, outright fake news. They have been warned. Moving on from that, still on the front page of the Punch this morning, Ogun Court remands 5 more suspected monarch killers. Page 4 of the Punch carries that story. The nerve for me is what I don't understand. The fact that you will look at a monarch, that is a monarch, a traditional In any case, the details of that and more you'll find in the belly of the Punch. BRT driver flees as crushed mother dies daughter hospitalized. How sad. What's going on with the BRT? In any case, we're moving from that. Pipeline vandalism. IPOP dismisses allegation as Buhari blames group. The details of that and more you find in the belly of the Punch this morning. Electoral Act reps move to override Buhari's veto stalled. You will know that you will recall that there has been a little bit of the statutory delegates and these delegates and sign or not sign and all of that. But hey, the move to override the president has been stalled. The details of that and more in the belly of the Punch is where you find it. Body of benches raises peace panel as Supreme Court justices fight CJN. We spoke about it on the newspaper review segment yesterday, and hopefully they will find middle ground very, very soon. And like I said on the show yesterday, the judges, the justices are the last people to they should be the last people to feel the brunt of bad whatever it is that they're complaining about, because after even when you go to court you say my lord sir. So when my lord sir doesn't even have the right type of accommodation, will my lord sir do the right thing? Well, these ones will, but then it's good that they're speaking out. Atiku raises team to woo Wike, Rivers government's camp adamant. The details of that and more you will find in the belly of the Punch this morning. Buhari nominates 7 ministers, 3 APC senators dump party. Well, that you will find in the belly of the Punch as that will be the last story we'll take from the front page of the Punch this morning. We move on now to This Nigeria and The Point. Do stay with us. We'll take a quick break and I'll be back with more.
Wavex Pleasure Ride. Here at last. Join the safest, classiest, and cheapest taxi ride in town. Wavex Taxi Ride for absolute safety and comfort. Available in over 500 cities in Nigeria, Africa, Europe, and America. Download the app now from the Google Store. Wavex Pleasure Ride. Here at last. Join the safest, classiest, and cheapest taxi ride in town. Wavex Taxi Ride for absolute safety and comfort. Available in over 500 cities in Nigeria, Africa, Europe, and America. Download the app now from the Google Store.
A quick look at This Nigeria. A quick look at This Nigeria this morning. A rather busy front page, and here it says, Supreme Court justices to CJN, you are corrupt. Supreme Court justices to CJN, you are corrupt. All right, the details of that and more you'll find in the belly of This Nigeria. And the writer to that story says 14 justices accuse Chief Justice of Nigeria of being irresponsible. The details of this and more you'll find in the belly of This Nigeria this morning. Says 14 justices accused Chief Justice of Nigeria of being irresponsible, morally decadent. Tanko blame economic crunch for decline in judges' welfare. Right, the details of that and more you find in the belly of This Nigeria. National Union of Teachers, NUT, fault sacking of 2,357 Kaduna teachers, blast El Rufai. The details of that and more you will find in the belly of This Nigeria. Ex-IGP Arase Foundation donates items and gives scholarship awards. The details of that and more you find in the belly of this Nigeria. Muslim ticket protesters stranded in APC Secretariat. Muslim tickets protesters stranded in APC Secretariat. The details of that and more you find in the belly of this Nigeria. And above the masthead, just beside the logo, it says Senate alerts over terrorist enclaves in Kwara and in Niger State. That takes us away from this Nigeria, and we move straight on now to the point. On the front page of the point this morning, it says Buhari replaces Amechi, Akpabio, others. Cabinet reshuffle imminent. Cabinet reshuffle imminent. Buhari replaces Amechi, Akpabio, and others. The details of that and more in the belly of the point is where you'll find it. Gombe, Bayelsa pay highest price as price of cooking gas rose to 3.18% in May. You would find the details of that and more right there in the belly of the point. We are decentralizing the national grid, investing $550 million to boost power supply, says the president. FG insists on 165 naira pump price, warns against panic buying. Senate amend Teaching Hospitals Act, approves 4 new medical centers. It's 23 minutes past 7. Those are the headlines. You can react to any one of them you are interested in by calling on 0818 22 22 205. That is 0818 22 22 205. You may also call 0903 22 29 797. 0903 22 29 797. All right, we'll take a quick break, and when we do come back, there will be Lawrence Umwete on the seat as we take a look at some of the major headlines.
Wavex Pleasure Ride. Here at last. Join the safest, classiest, and cheapest taxi ride in town. Wavex Taxi Ride for absolute safety and comfort. Available in over 500 cities in Nigeria, Africa, Europe, and America. Download the app now from the Google Store.
Citizen FM 93.7. Time to take a look at the details of some of the papers. And I see you calling. We will pick your calls. Let Lawrence Umwete. Good morning.
Good morning, Kemi.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, Kem.
Nice purple shirt.
I know.
Oh, no, you're proud again. I thought that you had let go of this, your pride.
No, it comes with the terrain.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay, we move on this morning. Lawrence, I think we should start with let me even start with what I experienced yesterday. So I went to fill my gas yesterday. I had run out of gas, and then I took it to the filling center, and I was saying to myself, I won't buy from these people who resell. I will go to a proper gas retailer, with a tank and all of that. That they will be cheaper. Lawrence, it was an exercise in futility. Because I got there and the guy said, this is 5,400. And I said, excuse me? He said 5,400. I can't recall how much I filled it like a while back, but I think it was about 3,000 naira. And I was like, gas that we used to fill 12.5 kg at 2.5, that kind of thing. But then it was a rude awakening for me, and I said, 5.4 for a 6 kg. I don't think I want to boil water to bath again if there is no power.
No, it brings home the reality.
It does.
You understand,
It does.
It's like that. So you can imagine the ripple effect.
Exactly.
People who cook for business, people who sell stuff and stuff. So definitely they'll transfer that to the consumer.
But you see, Nigeria is not immune to this. Yesterday, I saw videos of people protesting in Belgium about rising cost in living, rising cost in gas supplies and all of that. And I said, if Sena climbs, you know the way they say the Sena climbs, if they are protesting.
No.
Okay.
See, Kemi,
help me understand.
If God has been so kind. God has been so kind to us. You understand? And if only.
Go ahead.
Okay. If only we have been a little bit prudent with the gift that God gives to us.
God bless you.
Understand? We don't have any business comparing ourselves with those countries when it comes to this, because why do we need to depend on the activities in the international market to survive?
Lawrence, this is another angle.
But you see, can you imagine what would have happened if we had like 10 refineries working perfectly? And can you imagine what would have happened if we export only refined products and not crude?
In short, I would have been working like this.
You read a story, I was listening to you, read a story about the gas pipeline to... can you imagine...
If that was in place already.
So, what are we saying? We need to look into the mirror.
No, but you see, Lawrence, this is what brings us to the fact that Citizen FM is about the citizens. Is about awakening the citizens to their responsibility. You see, it is possible that a lot of us as citizens just take our eyes away from the things that matter. And then we start to focus on the things that don't matter. I'm not saying that Burna Boy trying to chance another person's wife is not important. I am not saying reality shows will not, but those things are not important. Because when it comes down to Naira and Kobo, we are all affected.
Kemi, I don't know whether I will agree with you that those things are not important, because those things are also money spinners
for the people who are bringing it out. Yeah. I am not saying they are not important. Like I said, I am saying there are things that are more important. I am saying we need to start paying attention.
Depending on where you stand. For somebody who is in the entertainment industry, those things are more important than the politics you're talking about. That's him. But then, I think...
For the average citizen, Lawrence?
It depends on where the average citizen is standing. Do you understand? What I'm saying is that, Kemi, if only we can define our focus as a government, not citizens.
As a people.
Now, listen,
Lawrence, as a people.
You know, when I listened to you read a story, or maybe you're going to read it in 8 or 9 o'clock. One of those stories about the fuel subsidy.
Yeah.
You understand? Obviously, the president and the government is frustrated with the whole thing, and so I just laugh, because when people talk about subsidy, when people use it as a campaign tool, when people use it as a propaganda tool, I laugh, because at the end of the day, when you get into government, the way the government operates, there is no way out of it.
Lawrence.
There is the way we are, except we fix fundamentals. We've said it several times.
No, Lawrence. We see, when you want to break our hearts like that, before you give us a heart attack, you will start with, unless we fix something. Because when you say there is no way out, I was almost going to just say, I don't tire. I don't tire.
There are still presidential candidates now who will come to you and say, when I come into government, I'm going to remove subsidy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you understand? They just say it like that. Say it like that as a campaign tool. And because they know that a lot of Nigerians are not well informed on how those things...
That is where the citizens come in. That is where Citizen FM is trying to awaken the citizens. I'm not coming down again.
Calm down.
But quite honestly, that is where the citizens come in.
I understand, and I agree with you.
Many of us are underinformed.
And that's why most times when we bring our guests on our program, different programs of citizens, we try to prick their conscience.
Absolutely.
On what exactly are they doing to their members of their political party. Absolutely. It's not just enough to say we have 5 million members. What are you telling them? What are their expectations? Understand, those are the core issues that we need to look at.
All right, talking about core issues, we need to look at petrol scarcity worsens. Core issue.
Well, for some of us, we have seen 99. 100 will not kill us.
I don't want to see 99 and 100. I beg. I need us to see the right things. Okay.
You see, I think this scenario is right from the playbook. You understand? It will get to a stage. Various governments have used it before. If you guys make so much noise about, we want to adjust the pump prices, okay, don't worry. They will call on the increase by themselves when they cannot access that product. And we are gradually getting to, in fact, we've gotten to that level. They say, because in the last 2 months, I've been buying petrol in my area from the black market inside the filling station and not from the people who sell jerrycans.
That is black market inside the filling station. Then what happens to the regulatory bodies?
Kemi, calm down.
I'm not calming down.
Number one, even if they had the zeal to monitor those things, how many filling stations do you have in Abuja alone?
That is where citizens come in. That is where technology comes in. What does it take for them to create an app? What does it take for them to create an IVR? You are buying fuel because, quite honestly, Nigeria is a large country. Okay. We can't wait, Lawrence. Wait, I'm not coming down. Okay. Why is it impossible to create something that, as soon as you buy fuel in a place for inside the filling station that is more expensive, send a text message to this number? It's not that difficult. It's not rocket science, Lawrence.
Kemi. Why is it difficult for us to have fuel all year round? Let's start from that. It's like a man who builds a house, he stays with his family, understand? And the water supply is very limited. And instead of fixing that water supply so that every member of the household can open the tap and access water, he goes out to buy CCTV cameras and mount all over the place to see who will use the water more than they're supposed to. Which one is more expensive?
Lawrence, let's take a break.
Wavex Pleasure Ride. Here at last. Join the safest, classiest, and cheapest taxi ride in town. Wavex Taxi Ride for absolute safety and comfort. Available in over 500 cities in Nigeria, Africa, Europe, and America. Download the app now from the Google Store.
All right, it's CitizenFM 93.7. Lawrence just has a way of, this is realist character, has a way of making the idealist in me just hands off. But in any case, you can get to call us now. 0818-22-22-205 is the number to call. 0818-22-22-205 is the number to call. Alternatively, you can call 0903-22-29-797. 0903-22-29-797. All right. Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Lawrence.
Good morning, my brother.
I hope you had a great night rest. Good night rest.
Yes, surely we did. No, I did. He too, he did.
Yes, but I really felt for you, really. For you to go to the filling station to get gas, just 5 kg. Oh, so sad.
No, 6 kg actually. 6 kg for 5,400 at 900 per liter.
That's great. Welcome to the club.
Well, I've always been here. There's a reason why I've refused not to travel. I'm here.
All right, there's this poem those days when we were in primary school titled If. If, only if all the seas were one sea. What a great feat that will be. I will take it from what Lauren said earlier. If only we can realize the mess we are in and wake up to the realities that we should stand up for our right. I think Nigeria will be a better place.
Absolutely. Please tell us your name before you go and where you're calling from.
I did. I'm sorry, please. I thought I did.
No,
Paul.
you did not. Oh, Paul. Okay, where are you calling from? Guarimpa. Thank you very much, Paul. Good to have you on the program this morning. And have a great day, if only we all wake up to our responsibilities.
Yes.
Thank you for
But
calling.
I think we keep on, like the delegates, we keep on mortgaging our future.
Well, may those.
So if we are unable to come up and stand up for this evil that is befalling us, I guess the future we are doomed.
The future will be good, by the grace of God, if we stand up to fight for what if the citizens get informed. You know, with information comes power. You know, my guest on the talking point yesterday, Amzi Code, was saying he heard $5.3 billion was allocated. And then he started to look at it. 5.3 million, I beg your pardon, was allocated. And then he started to trace it. Information is power. 0818. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mr. Lawrence, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you, sir?
I'm very well. Thank you.
I be calling from Kubwa.
ID, thank you for joining us again this morning. Please go ahead.
I think I read something about one bishop saying that poverty and price of whatever may lead to revolution.
Oh no, I haven't seen that in any of the front pages I have read this morning, though.
I think it's on either Punch or this.
Okay, it's not.
I think I will need to appeal to Nigerians that it should not be something revolution. All of us should go and get our PVC.
That's a revolution. Getting our PVC is a revolution.
That is the power we have.
And also coming out to vote on election day. It's not just enough to get the PVC.
I agree with you, Lawrence. Nigerians are wiser now.
And not just...
They want that change.
Thank you very much, ID, for your contribution. 0818-22-22-205 is the number to call. Alternatively, you can call 0903-22-29-797. Still taking a look at the major headlines this morning. US UK should blacklist IPOB. Lawrence will take a look at that after this phone call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please turn off your radio.
Yes, I've done that.
Your name and where you're calling from, please. This is CitizenFM.
Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm calling from Nottingham.
Michael, good to have you on the program again this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, let me also say people should go and, get their voter's card. One is to get the voter's card, another thing is to vote. Because some people might have that voter's card, but on the voting day, they will not be there to vote. And again, the way even the INEC are doing it, I don't understand whether during the day of voting, whether it's going to be possible that people can come and vote. Because if somebody can maybe perhaps live like within Jabi, going to area 10 to go and get a PVC. During the time.
Let me quickly say that where you get your PVC is not where it doesn't mean that is where you will vote. It doesn't matter. I hope you know that. It is where you have imputed that you want to, as your polling unit, that you will vote. So it doesn't matter where you pick up your PVC from or where you even do your physical registration.
Okay. Let me agree with it. But you see, before before 2023 election, we need to survive. We need to live.
Absolutely.
Are you aware that the kerosene now, a liter of kerosene is between 800 and 900, even probably 1,000. Nobody has said anything. No. Are you aware that the cooking gas is still on the rising? The kg of cooking gas between maybe 800 even 900. Nobody is talking about it. So we need to. I think we need to remind our politicians, our leaders, that people need to survive for them to even to go to the pool of 2023. You cannot continue to punish the people. Who are those people that are going to vote? So our leaders come to our rescue. These are biting hands for the ordinary man of this country. They have all the money. You understand? They can buy it. They don't even know how much all this thing will cost. You understand? I cannot say. Even the Senate president now, I don't know whether they can categorize. This is the price of gas, cooking gas. This is the price of a liter of fuel. This is the price of this and that, or the price of this and that, or this or whatever. But I want them to.
Oh, hello. Oops.
We lost that.
Yeah, 0818-22-205 is the number to call to react to any of the stories this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, CitizenFM.
Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Christian. Christian is calling from Kubo.
Christian, good to have you on the program this morning. Please go ahead.
God bless you. Yeah, quickly, let me first of all correct one of the information you just gave now.
Which one is that?
Because they said that proper information is the key.
Absolutely. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. You just told us that you can register anywhere and collect your... but that does not mean that that's where you are going to vote. Yes, but it's not truly correct.
Okay, what is the correct thing?
The correct thing is that you will register anywhere in the state where you are. Then they will not take you to the ward or the closest PU where you are living.
That's not correct. Let me tell you what it is. Please hold on. Mr. Christian.
You cannot register in Anambra State and thinking that you're going to come to Abuja without transferring. It must be in a state. If you register in Abuja, you can register in Gwagwalada, they will take you to Abachi, where you can vote. But you cannot register in Anambra without doing transfer.
Mr. Christian, I will give you a personal example. Do you understand me? I did my CVR registration, when I was in Lagos State.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do my capturing until I was somewhere in Ondo State, and I went to Ondo State and did my capturing there with my polling unit still in Lagos State on the website. When I got to Abuja, I did. Now I'm talking about capturing, meaning the physical representation, right? With my polling unit still in Ogun State, right?
Yeah.
When I got to Abuja and I realized I will be in Abuja for more, for more time and most likely be here in 2023, I did a transfer. So I am not misinforming you. I am telling you a fact. Meaning I did my registration online in Lagos, and even at that time, I chose Lagos. I went back and chose Ondo State and did my capturing, physical capturing in Ondo State.
Yes.
So please let us be careful. I am talking of personal example.
My sister.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Christian, for your contribution. You know, some of these times people don't know that I'm a citizen too, and I make sure that I do what I need to do. So I'm not giving misinformation. I am giving you the right information.
No, I also think he did not get you right what you were saying, because somebody complained that that because on election day he may not have access to move to where he registered, and you told the person that it's not necessarily that you have to vote where you registered, that when you are registering you put in where you want to vote, where you stay.
So what is the misinformation in that?
I think
he didn't comprehend it properly.
He didn't get that.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, wonderful people in the studio there.
Thank you very much.
Good morning,
Lion.
See, I'm Johnny calling from my Tama.
All right, Johnny, good to have you on the program this morning.
What is above you, and I want to commend you people for enlightening us. What I think we should do is just to listen and grab some sensitive aspect of your submission there, not the argument.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
Help us. I want to comment to you guys there. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. The beautiful thing is the INEC Commissioner for Information is a friend of the house, friend of CitizenFM, and if you need more enlightenment, Ida.
Let me calm down.
Am I not calm? Am I not calm? Lawrence, I think we should take a few more calls and then we go back to the review.
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is
Samuel from Apple. Good to have you on the program this morning.
Thank you very much. You see, we thank God you reminded us about this guy, about this, what is the name? Bonner Boy. We are talking about being responsible. Being responsible. If those are the people who are not responsible, then they are not because like in this coming year, if we meet in 2023, anyone will survive. We pray we don't miss it by putting the right candidate here. Okay? Someone has to be responsible. Just set aside the issue for the fact that Bonner Boy is in the picture of that very incident. Now that woman at 4 o'clock, if the guy can just come, will be maybe eating armed robbers or non-government. They will just arrest and even the letter, even the place. So it's good for one to be responsible.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your contribution, Sam. Citizen FM 93.7 still taking a look at some of the newspaper headlines. Sorry, we have to stay the calls for a little while.
One of the stories you read that has really gotten me worried is this story of the Supreme Court justices.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Supreme Court justices. I don't know what to make out of that report. I'm telling you, I'm becoming very, very worried. If you have a situation where justices, the wise men, will be washing their
linens, whether it's dirty or not, but they are washing it in public.
Okay, let's leave it at that. It's worrisome. Number one, the CGN is saying, "Oh, we want to protect the integrity of the Supreme Court." How do you protect the integrity of the Supreme Court when you are fighting that in the media?
But I don't see the CGN. It is the Supreme Court justices that are saying, because one of the headlines, I think, from This Nigeria says, either This Nigeria or The Point, actually says that you are corrupt. That's how it was placed there.
This is, for me, I don't think, this is a first. I don't think I've witnessed this kind of outburst before.
In your how many years of?
I don't think so. Because number one, these are revered men. You need to cover the proceedings of the Supreme Court to understand what I'm talking about.
And the rider says 14 justices accuse Chief Justice of Nigeria of being irresponsible, morally decadent. Tanko blames economic crunch for decline in judges' welfare.
I don't know. It's I'm shocked.
I'm leaving it to the elders. You are the elders.
I'm shocked
because I don't know what to say.
You know, you just need to go. You just need to maybe visit
the Supreme Court
any day they have a hearing.
And all that.
You know that once you get into that place, you become sober. It's not a place that people will just walk into anyhow. Even the atmosphere, the tradition and everything that goes on, even while the justices are filing out and filing in, even when the arguments are going on with the Leonard Silk and everything is sober. These are men that you only see. In fact, some of them, if you see them outside, you will not recognize them because of the wig that they wear and everything. So when you now have situations like this, it's supposed to be the last hope of the Nigerian people.
Yes.
So when you have people...
And even this situation is supposed to be the last thing they resort to.
Exactly. When you have these justices telling the CGN you are corrupt, Kemi, do you know the import of that?
Lawrence, let's take a call.
The highest court of the land.
Let's take a call. Because right now I don't know what to say. Hi, good morning.
I'm sure that's good.
Kemi, good morning.
Good morning.
Kemi, when you are with Lawrence, you're ready
Yes.
for the unexpected.
I should be ready for the unexpected, Ba. Hello? Okay, you're there.
He's telling the reality. I'm here.
Okay.
He's telling the reality. See, there are always solutions. Yes, or just like what you are trying to say.
But where are you calling from today? Yanya?
I'm calling from Yanya.
Okay. Yanya.
Love.
Yes, brother.
Let me give you some good news. Madam just put to bed.
Hey, congratulations. That's a citizen baby.
Congratulations. At least this is a fresh breath of
fresh air.
Let me make you happy this morning, Kevin, so that you don't, the Nigerian situation, we'll find a way out, just like what you said. Let's be positive. Just imagine, just like what this government came in for. That they said they were going to do the refinery, try to do much as they can do about the oil crisis, so that at the end of the Nigeria will have. If in the last 8 years, if this government have put just that priority in place, and this 7.5 years that they've been in office, if they have built a refinery and it's up and running, you know what it would have done. You know what it would have done for us. Probably would have amended half of the problem that we are having at this issue. But because they failed to do just even one, that is why Nigerians are angry. Not that we don't have men who can do it. But because this Nigerian factor that they are always trying to look at us as if
You can't do anything. It's a danger sign. Just like what you said about the Belgian people. They are protesting. You know Nigeria. Lawrence, you know, the first bomb blast that happened in the Niger Delta, you know what you said on that day? I remember vividly. The Nigerians should be careful. If we don't nip it on the board, we'll be better than those who started this. What has happened today? The same thing as just what you said, Kemi, this morning. Other countries are protesting. People are saying it's not possible in Nigeria.
Let it not be possible. The beginning is what we know. We don't know how it will end, buddy.
That is it.
It is the beginning. Let's not go into the protest. Let's look for how to find a sane solution to our challenges. And one of them is getting PVC and voting.
Those who are leading us, if they don't do the needful, I'm sorry to say, what is coming next year is a tsunami that will change the tides, will surprise everybody. I believe that. This presidential election.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
And congratulations once again.
And congrats, buddy. And don't forget to send the relevant invitation. Okay, Kemi, wait. Let's go back to this Supreme Court thing.
Yes, we should, actually.
Number one, this is the highest
court in the land.
The apex.
And that is the third leg of democracy.
Kemi, let's have a scenario. Somebody, a high-profile politician, is accused of corruption, and he ends up in the court, in the Supreme Court, presided over by the CJN. And the CJN questions him and maybe at the end of the day sentence him to maybe prison or something like that. And the man looks the CJN in the face and say, you don't have any moral right to sentence me because you are corrupt. You don't understand what I'm saying? Because this is eroding the integrity of the Supreme Court. That's my fear.
I totally.
And it's not just an accusation by people outside.
Lawrence, did you ever read the book The Incorruptible Judge?
Yeah.
That book right now comes to mind.
No, it's because when you have your colleagues,
do they still read those books?
I'm not just one or two. 14 of them. I think there are about 16 justices in the Supreme Court. Do you understand? When you have that number saying this openly, and he even confirmed that yes, the letter we read yesterday was actually true. It's not fake news and everything. So it's worrisome. I don't understand. I don't know whether the body of benchers, senior.
Well, the body of benchers did have something to say. I'm sure I read it somewhere. I just can't.
You just need even the national leaders need to come together.
Let me quickly check. He said this body of benchers raises peace panel as Supreme Court justices fight CJN.
It's worrisome.
Absolutely. Anyways, it is CitizenFM 93.7. We are sorry we had to stay the calls for a while so that we could take a look at some of the major stories. We are working on extending the show, so please bear with us. Lawrence, Lawrence, this is the first time I'm seeing you so flustered. Usually I am the one who is saying no, but today.
No, because I just can't imagine. You see, according to the late Chief Gani Fayemi, may God bless his soul.
I mean,
one of those days during his advocacy to make sure that political parties were registered freely and everything, they ended up in the Supreme Court. And one of the things Chief Gani Fayemi told the Supreme Court then headed by Justice Ways, he was the CJN.
Oh, yes, Justice
and
Ways.
he said, my laws, that this is not only the final court of the land, that my lord, you have the power to turn a man into a woman. That my lords, if you say that I, Chief Gani Fayemi, is a woman, my lord, from today I become a woman. That is to tell you the power of the Supreme Court. Once they make their pronouncement, it's over. So when you now have this body,
but now I understand how you feel, and because it's actually I think for you, I wish. Okay, you know what? If you want to see how Lawrence feels about this, just go to our YouTube channel. All right, it's on YouTube.com, and then just search for CitizenFM 93.7. Lawrence looks completely bewildered, as in, and I can understand, because you have come in close contact, with that environment, but then you mentioned Chief Gani Fayemi, National Conscience Party. If the people really needed freedom, the way Chief Gani Fayemi was a freedom fighter at that time, Don't you think that we should have voted parties like that? I don't even think the party is still surviving right now, but it shows that we as Nigerians safe, we get as it be.
Well.
We get as it be. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kemi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Lawrence.
Good morning, my brother.
This is Lawrence Obuset.
Good morning to have another Lawrence, and you should do the honors.
Namesake. Good morning, my brother.
How come that my text don't reach your station?
Your what's that? Text.
Messages.
Okay. Maybe you send it to the WhatsApp line. That's 0818. Please always send it to the 0903 2229 797 line.
Okay, all right. Okay.
The other one is just for WhatsApp and phone calls.
Okay, thank you. So please, you call it again for me.
I'll call it again, but please go ahead with your take. We have very little time left. Oh, okay. The text message line he's dropped 0903 22 29 797. Text messages 0903 22 29 797 is for text messages and phone calls. Our calls are still pouring in. Lawrence, can we squeeze one in?
Okay.
30 seconds you have. Hello, good morning. ID back.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning once again.
Thank you. Yeah, 30 seconds you have, ID.
All right. I just want to react to Mr. President's vote of confidence in CBN governor. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. My dear President decided to set questions for himself, for his government, and mark the youth in, and call his government 99.9%. The unorthodox method of the economy Mr. President was praising got him midfield. Has this been able to impact on the life of an average Nigerian? People that wrote that particular address, or that particular speech, or that particular response to Bloomberg's questionnaire did a very, very nice job of Mr. President. My dear President could not even identify or explain the meaning of orthodox and unorthodox method of fiscal and financial policy.
At this point, I need to let you go. I have less than a minute to go, but thank you for your contribution. Unfortunately, Lawrence, we didn't get to take a look at that. We didn't get to take a look at some of the list of the new ministers, that has been released by Mr. President. But then, we do hope that the one we did, you had a good time with it. Lawrence Mwete, what are we looking forward to on Inside?
We're still on the political scene. Issues coming up. Okay, keep your fingers crossed. There's a whole lot coming up on CitizenFM 93.7. That's the newspaper headlines, and we do apologize if you did call and we didn't pick your call. If you texted and we didn't take your text, we apologize profusely. I do have a few WhatsApp messages. I'm not sure how long I can take it, but because you sent it, I need to quickly take it. Kem, forget about regulatory authorities. Let me share my experience with you. About 2 weeks ago, I went to buy fuel at Ohando opposite Prince and Princesses, and these guys were busy selling to jerrycan people. They abandoned with the cars people, and luckily DPR guys drove and saw the boys with gallons. The station manager, the DPR people spoke the same language, and they spoke their language, and that's how they drove out without any action. Most of the guys sent out to monitor activities of the fuel stations are compromised, and that's caller. Patrick says, I'm waiting for fuel price to be officially increased by the federal government. I'm tired of wondering why Nigeria cannot refine its crude finished product. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I didn't take your message. Please, Paul, ID, Patrick, Michael, Christian, Johnny, Samuel, Bode, Lawrence, Kola, thank you so much for being a part of the show. To those who just listened, sat back, enjoyed the show, thank you. My name is Kemi Asheko. My loved ones call me Kem, and that's the new Zuma headlines on Citizen FM 93.7. Thank you for listening, and do know that you can catch us again same time tomorrow from